our visual representation, we chose to make an infographic. The company our group chose to research about was Paris Baguette. Currently, Paris Baguette is one of the top bakers in Korea, with over 60 franchises around the world.
Paris Baguette's concept is, we regard France as our spirit of bread. Relating to this, Paris Baguette presents bread that are fresh and delicious to the customers. Using traditional French bread as the base, non-traditional features are added to make customers experience new flavors. Most times, the added features are related with Korea because it is Paris Baguette's origin.
Paris Baguette has over 60 franchises around the world and has a revenue of 1.51 billion USD. It is considered to be in the food industry and a public limited company. The marketing strategy of Paris Baguette is niche marketing. They suggest many types of products with high price, and they have many promotions for customers which they aim and target the customer. We were able to notice this by comparing the price with products that use similar ingredients. Artisan, Tres Juice, and Vpresso had also had lower prices than Paris Baguette, which tells us the fact that Paris Baguette is using niche marketing.
Recently, Vietnam has experienced some shifts in market. Firstly, the GDP is growing so each person earns more than the year before. The population of people who can afford Paris Baguette's products are increasing. Another is that the main market of Paris Baguette, which is the middle class, is expected to double by 2020. This means Paris Baguette's target market would increase to 1/3 of the country's population. It is a good opportunity for Paris Baguette since its main target market are the middle and high class people. Increases in middle class will increase the total sales of the firm and possibly increase the profit too.
The target market is almost all people who live in a certain franchise area and English speakers. The language on the menu, sometimes the menu itself, are localized to the region where the franchise is located, and English is written under for wider customers. Korean is also written underneath because many Koreans visit Paris Baguette even if they are in another country. Ages vary from around 5 to 70, but most are between 20 to 50. Gender is not a method of segmentation for Paris Baguette. Both genders can be frequently found in Paris Baguette franchise. Due to the price, it is hard for younger and non-rich people to visit and consume products daily. However, movements are seen on the population in the middle high class, so more can be expected in the future.
If you see this pie chart, most customers are Korean or Vietnamese people, and there are some consumers that are from English-speaking countries. This has deep relationships with Paris Baguette's target market. First of all, there are many Koreans because Paris Baguette is well known in Korea and has high brand images. People usually consume products from big and reliable brands, and even if it is a franchise in another country, they believe in it. Koreans visit to eat a bite because they have faith in Paris Baguette. Another reason is because places like Midang, there are quite a lot of Koreans living, so they have easy access to the franchise nearby. Vietnamese are the local people in Hanoi. Paris Baguette is known between them, and sometimes they would visit and sit down and have some chats. There are localized menus also such as Vietnamese milk coffee, and this can reduce resistance towards trying food from another country. English speakers come to Paris Baguette for various reasons. When they step inside, the menu and information are written in English, so they are able to understand and enjoy the place. This is applicable to Koreans and Vietnamese too, because the menu is written in Korean, Vietnamese, and English.
The reviews that customers leave possess a large part in identifying customer needs or wants, which can result to better brand image and higher sales when improved. For product, people say the quality of the food is the biggest strength in Paris Baguette, but there are a few customer loyalty because of the price is a bit high to go every time. Also, a majority of the customers say the taste of the drinks are not unique or fresh compared to other cafes or restaurants, or the drinks are not as delicious as specialized restaurants. Yet this could be considered since drinks are not the main dish of Paris Baguette. As will be mentioned later, there are quite a few comments that the price is overpriced compared to such quality. Worthy point which Paris Baguette should consider to increase brand image and customer satisfaction. Customer service in Paris Baguette was okay and satisfying for customers. For price, 44% of the customers thought the price of the product at there is expensive. For bread and food products, this was less discussed, mostly due to the fact that many were satisfied with the quality of food. However, comments frequently stated the high prices for beverages. This is a short survey that has been sent to HIS grade 9 students. First of all, every student has been to Paris Baguette before. This result can show that Paris Baguette has high access rates of students. Observing each pie chart, something interesting aspects were found. Participants showed positive aspects towards the taste of Paris Baguette's food products. 60% of the responses were satisfied, and the other 40% commented that the food product has good quality. No one answered as relatively fine or poor, which shows the taste of the products are deeply faithed by customers and the brand image is kept high. On the other hand, prices of the products were thought to be quite expensive to pay by a general person's income. Expensive take a share of 50%, which immediately informs that the price is quite pressuring. 40% of the responses were relatively fine, and only 10% answered it was satisfying. As shown, the review gathered from both primary research and secondary research are fundamentally similar. Several strengths and weaknesses or improvement were mentioned repeatedly. This means there are some old, chronic problems for Paris Baguette to work on. By this, we can denounce. The taste of food products are satisfying, yet the drinks are not as satisfying. Customer service should at least be kept the same quality or improved. Prices do need to be lowered to bring more customers to Paris Baguette.
The SWOT model is an analysis model used in business to measure the progress of the firm. The biggest strength of Paris Baguette is the bread or food products widely. The franchise are in easily accessible areas where big populations live. Interior is nicely arranged and feels comfortable to chat and eat some at the same time. The weakness, the definite conclusion made for price was that the products were overpriced. It's not suitable for normal students or Vietnamese local people to go and eat daily and cover all the expense. As written above, none respond the price of Paris Baguette as cheap niche marketing. The problems with drink menus are that they are not unique or delicious than other bakeries. With the same products, Paris Baguette will have to face some difficulties in competition. Carrying this problem could have negative effects on Paris Baguette.
The opportunity of Paris Baguette is that they can focus on developing drinks because many people have complained the quality of drinks. But however, the price is cheaper than other Korean cafe, so as soon as the quality improves, people will buy it. More competition could be a threat for Paris Baguette in the future because if large quantities of firms are set up, the probability of a firm that tastes better than Paris Baguette or a bakery much cheaper can put in a risk.
To explain Paris Baguette more carefully, Toulageur was chose to be a rival to Paris Baguette, and the two are compared, mainly on Paris Baguette's weaknesses and the similarity between the two. Price shows significant difference between the two bakeries. The price of a medium-sized chocolate muffin in Paris Baguette is 40,000 VND, which is quite expensive comparing to Vietnam's normal price. In Toulageur, a set of 6 muffins that are a little bit smaller than the one from Paris Baguette is worth 65,000 VND. From this, we know Toulageur would have to sell more products than Paris Baguette to earn the same amount of profit, which means it is relatively close to mass marketing than Paris Baguette that is closer to niche marketing. The target market of the two firms are similar. Gender is not a big matter in either firm, and age can vary from a child young as 5 years old to a grandparent old as 70 years old. Prices do have differences, so Tous would have a larger target market than Paris Baguette. Both of the menus have Korean, English, and Vietnamese written on, or other languages if in a different country because they are localized. The target market are therefore very similar to each one of them. This is because they both were established by Korea and their concepts are similar, having customers try new flavors. Another similarity that was found between the two bakeries were packaging. They had similar ways of packaging products. For example, cakes were packed in boxes with color schemes and decorations that make people automatically think of the firm.